Hi, this is SJ Talks Online coming back at you with another video. If you're new to my channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, please, and thank you. Women speaking the truth equals bitterness. That's what I want to talk about. Women speaking the truth equates to being bitterness. That's what I want to talk about. Um, this is kind of like a clarification video, Um, because it's some things that I want to clarify in here. If you guys hadn't got a chance to look at my reaction to Elder Rashawn Live's video, where he did a reaction video on my video where I was talking about the black wife trend. That was something that was trending on TikTok. Now, I'm not the only content creator that has spoke on it. It's not something that I made up. It was something that was trending on TikTok and YouTube. Lots of other female content creators covered the same topic. And so I was basically talking about that. I was talking about how it's nice how black women are being lifted up and black women are being glorified um, by other races of men. I personally don't care who it is. It's just I was really liking the fact that and appreciating the fact that black women are being uplifted because we live in a society where black women are always being bashed and put down and stereotyped um, consistently all the time. I think Malcolm X said it best. Black women are the most disrespected women. We're the most disrespected. I mean, um, and j- just by society as a whole, black women are disrespected. We're consistently stereotyped. We get bashed in the music. We get bashed on social media, and it's just nice to hear us being uplifted. It's just nice to hear black women being uplifted for a change instead of always being trashed and stereotyped and put down. It's just nice to hear um, with black women being appreciated, being loved, and being uplifted. And that was basically the only thing that I was talking about in that video. I didn't say anything derogatory towards black men in that video. He basically took what I said and took bits and pieces of my video and he twisted the narrative to to create his own narrative. And I actually went back and listened to the video a couple more times. And I don't see anywhere in that video where I said anything derogatory towards black men. And I'm thinking what was upsetting to him and maybe other black men is that I was talking about other races of men uplifting black women. I'm not understanding why there's such a big issue with that. Not understanding why there's such a big problem with black women being uplifted by other races of men. Do black men hate black women that much to where they don't want other races of men uplifting black, you know, or correction, do some black men, not saying all black men, hate black women that much to where they don't like to see other races of men uplifting black women? Because that's basically what I was speaking on. And I wasn't saying anything derogatory towards black men in that video. Still not understanding why he and other black men got so upset. Maybe it's because of the fact that I was talking about other races of men, because it's a double standard in our community. It's a double standard that, you know, it's all right for black men to date outside the race and marry outside the race and uplift other races of women, but then it's a big problem when a black woman does it. When a black woman dates and marries outside the race, um, it's a big problem. It's a huge problem, and it's a double standard. And it's like they don't like it. They don't seem to have a problem when black men date out the and marry out the race, but then when black women do it, it's a problem. You know, so it's a double standard. And so I don't have a problem with interracial relationships. God created us all. He created us all. And I don't have a problem with interracial relationships. That goes for black. I don't do double standards when it comes to that. That goes for black men and black women. I don't have a problem with black men dating and marrying out the race. But what I do have an issue with is when they do it and they bash black women and they put us down. And they try to make it seem like this other race of women is so much better than us, where they try to bash us and disrespect us to justify them dating and marrying out of the race. Because it's actually disrespectful to that other race of woman. Because if you go be with another race of woman, it's supposed to be because you love her for who she is, not because you have some disdain or issues with the women in your own race. So that's problematic. And that's problematic when black women do it too. If a black woman dates or marries outside the race and she bashes black men, that's problematic as well. You know? So nobody should be dating out of the race for that reason. If you're gonna date someone of another race, it should be because you generally love and respect that person. You like that person, you love and care for that person for who they are, and that's the reason why you should be with this person, not because they're you got a axe to grind with the people in your own race or whatever or any other reason. you know it's no good. Because at the end of the day, God created us all. I know that there's a terrible history in this country between black and white people, and we're still dealing with a lot of issues, racism and this and that. But but there's good people on both sides. There's good black people, there's good white people. Okay. There's good and bad people of all races. And God created us. He created us all. Okay. So um I don't have an issue with interracial relationships. I don't have a problem with a black man being with a woman of another race. I don't have an issue with black women being with men of another race. It's just that statistically, there black women outnumber black men. Okay, and the pickings are slim in the black community. And the elders said that told black women to stay away. I never told. You have never heard me say in any of my videos, tell a black woman to stay away from a black man. I never said that. And he blatantly told a bold-faced lie and said I said that. And I never said that in any of the content I've ever made on my channel. I've never told black women to stay away from black men. I would never do that. Because I'm a I, I'm an advocate, and I thought I made this very clear on my channel. I am an advocate for black women being safe, loved, taken care of, respected, okay, honored, and cherished. I am an advocate for that. I am an advocate, and I thought I made that clear in my other videos. I am an advocate for black women being respected, loved, cherished, and taken care of, the whole 9 yards. And it doesn't matter what race of man that is. It could be a black man, it could be a white man, it could be a Mexican, whatever. Wherever, whatever race of men that it is. Okay? I'm an advocate for black women being loved, cherished, taken care of. I mean, if she's going to be in a marriage, if she's going to be in a relationship, love, cherished, taken care of, protected, respected, honored. I'm for that 100%. And it doesn't matter whether it's from a black man or whatever race of men that she's with. That's what I want for the black women. That's what I want for my sisters. Okay? That's what I want for my sisters, because it's like black women are consistently being disrespected. Consistently being disrespected in music. We are the only race of women that are degraded in music. That are degraded in the music. Society as a whole looks down on us. We're the most stereotyped um, women on the planet. Okay, so I'm an advocate for women, for black women being loved, respected, taken care of, and all those things. And it doesn't matter what race of men it's coming from. I just want to clarify that. Okay. And when I speak about, first of all, I do lots of content on my channel. I do lots of different videos on my channel. I don't know why uh, certain men, black men, are saying that I'm I'm consistently bashing black men. I don't. I do lots of different content on my channel. And when I speak about men, I speak about men in general, not just black men. I have a responsibility. I'm a black female content creator, okay? I have a responsibility to educate my sisters, or and all women, black women, all women, but especially black women, but all women. I'm a black woman of a particular age, and I have a responsibility. I would be doing women a disservice if I didn't come on here. I'm a woman of a particular age. I would be doing a women of disservice if I didn't come on here and try to educate, and it's particularly my younger sisters, try to educate and let them know things that I've learned up to this stage in my life, and the wisdom, not just based on experience, but just living long enough, being on the planet long enough. Okay? I would be doing my sisters, I would be doing all women a disservice if I didn't come on here and try to educate, and try to educate and let the younger generations of women know what to look for, what to look for in relationships, and I would be doing a disservice if I didn't try to educate. I have that responsibility. I have that responsibility to educate women. Okay? So, and I have a responsibility to tell the truth. I'm passionate about the black community, and I talk about what's going on in the black community. And whatever's going on in the black community, I talk about it. It's not coming from a place of bitterness, and I'm not trying to bash, but I'm talking about what's going on in the black community. Lots of things that black women have to endure and everything. And black femicide I'm particularly concerned about black femicide because it's through the roof. And when I talk about that, I'm speaking facts. I'm not basing it on my personal beliefs. These are facts. I would be doing I just don't think, as a content creator, I feel like I have a responsibility to educate women, educate black women on what's really going on. So black women can know how to move, black women can be safe, um and make better choices, when it comes to dating, when it comes to marriage. Make better choices. And I would be doing my sisters a disservice if I didn't come on here and try to educate. I'm not coming from a place of bitterness. I'm not coming from a place of bashing. That's what my not what my intent is. Because I do all different types of content. I talk about current events. I do some current events. I talk about different things that's trending. I don't just talk about I don't know why these men are getting the impression that I'm on here consistently bashing black men, because if you look at my videos on my channel, and I got almost 2,000 videos on my channel, and when you look across my channel, you will see all different types of content, all different types of things that I'm talking about. So I'm not really sure as to why these guys keep saying I'm bashing black men. I'm speaking the truth on what's going on in our community. Just like I do videos addressing the women. I did a video saying being a baby mama is not a flex. Okay? Didn't hardly get any views on that video. Okay? But I did it, and I talked about, I'm always talking to women about single motherhood, because I was a single mother for many years. I made a lot of mistakes in my life. So I'm trying to educate the younger generations, and let the younger generations know on some of the things to avoid. Okay? And just being a woman of a particular age, and just learning learning things, knowing things, having a certain amount of wisdom. Okay? And so I'm not bashing, but I'm just speaking the truth of a certain demographic of men that are doing certain things. I'm not coming on here. I try to clarify as much as I can of that. I'm not talking about all men. I'm not talking about all black men, but a certain percentage of men, or black men, or whatever, that are doing certain things. White men do stuff too. And I've come on here, talked about um you know, if white men do something, I've came on my channel and talked about that too. I did a video talking about some white men get with black women and they're racist. I got over 600 views on that video. White guys came for me in that video. Okay? And so I don't just talk about um um things concerning black men, but I talk about things with men in general. Women need to be careful of all men. Women need to be careful of all men, not just black men, but all men. Women need to be cautious of all men. And when I speak about certain things like black femicide, homosexual, like I just did a video, and I did the video a while back ago, but I just posted it. Because sometimes I'll do videos and I'll sit on them for a while, and then I post it. So it was a video I did a while back, but I just now posted it, telling single mothers to don't not let men use them. Because I read in a lot of other videos, I'll read in comment sections and stuff on these different videos, and these men are doing nothing but talking about using single mothers. They're saying that single mothers are only good for sex and all that kind of stuff. I've heard that, I've seen that time and time again, where guys are saying that the only thing that single mothers are good for is sex. So that's why I did that video, to let single mothers know, do not let these guys use you. Do not let these guys come in and um, take advantage of you and take your resources and use you and all this kind of stuff. And they're not for the right things, and they don't want to marry you. You know what I'm saying? So I was a single mother for many years. And so I have a responsibility to let single mothers know these things. It's not coming from a place of bitterness. It's not coming from a place of bashing. Okay? I have a responsibility to school my sisters, to educate my sisters. And why, since when does telling the truth equate to bitterness? There's other female content creators on here that come on here and talk about um, Jules Llewell, for example. Jules Llewell talks about she was in an abusive marriage situation. She learned a lot from that situation. So she comes on here and she educates women on the things to look for, and then she gets accused of being bitter and all this kind of stuff. No, she's just trying to educate women. She's not being bitter, she's just educating women. This is something she went through. So she's, first of all, she's speaking from experience. So she's using what she learned to educate other women, to prevent other women from making the same mistakes, to prevent other women from going through what she went through. So I don't understand why men are so. I don't know if they don't want women to be in the know. They don't want women to be safe. They don't want women to be careful. But I would think if you got black women in your family, or if you know you got black women or young or nieces or daughters, you wouldn't you want them to have this information? Wouldn't you want them to listen to women that to talk about certain things to avoid with men? Wouldn't you want your daughters or nieces, cousins to know this information? I don't understand why it is such a big problem when women come on here to educate. Women are coming on here educating other women. I don't know why men see that as bashing. It is not bashing. It is not bashing. Now, if I came on here and uh, consistently, call black men names and calling them names and just speaking and always constantly speaking in broad terms all the time, and all my every video that I put out, everything is all I'm always consistently saying negative things about black men, then yes, I can understand black men feeling that way. But I'm just merely on here trying to educate. I'm trying to educate women. Some of the things that I talk about is based on my experiences. Some of them are not. Like the video where I was talking about, that I just did, about letting men come in and and use you, live off you and your kids and everything, and he not for the right things. I've never personally experienced that. I never personally went through that. But there's a lot of women that have been through that. So I'm basically on here educating. I'm not bashing anyone. I'm just letting women know that these are the type of men that you need to avoid. I'm letting single mothers know that these is the type of men that you need to avoid. Have I personally experienced that? No, because I didn't play that. But I'm just telling single mothers these are the types of men that you need to avoid. And it's not bashing, it's just educating. I'm educating. Why is it that when women speak the truth about a particular demographic of men, a certain percentage of men, well, I'm going to clarify that, like a certain number of men in the black community that are doing certain things, they're telling women, not all black men, they're telling women to avoid these types of men. Okay? Why is that coming across as being bitter or bashing? It's not coming across as bashing. Like the video that I did about the black wife trend. I'm talking about black women being glorified by the men, and these happen to be men of other races. I don't understand how that equated, how anybody can equate that to me bashing black men. Especially when I specifically mentioned in the video that black women, that there are some successful black marriages. That when black men get with, or black women get with black men, if she's a good black woman, if she's a quality black woman, she brings out the best in him too. I'm not sure why it was such a big problem for me talking about that. And I don't know how that was misconstrued as me bashing black men. And I don't know if because they got upset because I was talking about other races of men, because black men really, really get upset when it comes to black women being with other races of women, they really get upset. They really get upset. But they don't seem to have a problem with a black man being with a woman of another race. But when it comes to black women, you even if you even talk about it, it's a big problem. It's a big issue. And it's that double standard in our community. It's that double standard. It's like, a lot of these black men get so upset. So I don't know. Maybe that's what it is. They got upset because I was talking about black women being glorified and uplifted by other races of men. And I'm just happy at the fact that black women was being uplifted. Period. Because we're always being criticized, we're always being put down, we're always being stereotyped, we're always being bashed. Nobody never comes on this platform and bash white women. I have never seen white men come on YouTube and bash white women. I've never really seen it. I've never seen any other races of women being bashed on this platform. Black women are the only race of women that are bashed on this platform. I've literally not seen any other races of women being bashed. And I've been on YouTube a long time. Black women to me are the only race of women that I've ever seen that is consistently being bashed on this platform all the time. So when I see black women being uplifted and praised, I'm loving it. I'm not caring where from who it's coming from. I would prefer to see black men do that. I would prefer to see black men do that in large numbers. And then another thing that gets me, another thing that bothers me is that when black men call themselves on coming on here talking about certain things about black women, like maybe black women having children outside of marriage, or black women, certain not all black women being doing degrading things like twerking and stuff like that. Black women that are um black female rappers, the image of some of the black female rappers, black women, carrying themselves in a degrading manner. Not all black women, but certain black women. Well, anyway, they when they come on here and talk about issues of what certain black women are doing, and and or they talk about black women having children by multiple fathers and all those types of things. Um, they have no issue with talking about that, and they say that they're speaking the truth. They said we're speaking the truth. We're speaking the truth on black women. We're trying to educate black women or educate black men or whatever, and we're speaking the truth, and they see absolutely no issue with that. But then when black women come on here and talk about the issues with black men, because there are issues with black men, when black women talk about the issues with black men, having children by multiple mothers, uh, being players, cheating, or whatever the situation is, you know, um, domestic violence and all those types of things, then it's why is it seen as problematic? Why is it when women come on here and speak about issues concerning black men, why is it seen as we're bashing, we're being bitter? But when black men talk about issues with black women, oh, we're just speaking the truth. We're just keeping it real. So it's that double standard. So it's like y'all can speak on us, but we can't speak on y'all. Like like I did a video talking about this a while back. Black men are only interested in truth and accountability when it comes to black women. Why are you only interested in truth and accountability when it comes to black women? Why is that? I don't why do you guys have such a big problem with black women educating each other? With black women educating each other and letting like me, the women, the young ladies that are coming up behind me educating my young sisters and letting them know these okay, these are the types of men you want to avoid. You want to avoid doing this, you want to avoid doing that or whatever. Why is it coming across as me bashing? I don't understand that. This is what I don't understand. Well, why is it when black women talk about the issues with black men, it's considered bashing? We're looked at as being bitter. But then, so when black men talk about issues with black women, it's perfectly fine and it's perfectly okay. We're just speaking the truth. We're just holding black women accountable. But shouldn't black men be held accountable too? Why is it an issue when black women hold black men accountable? Why is that such a big problem? This is what I'm not understanding. Why the double standard? Don't we want our younger people coming up behind us? Don't we want them to do better? Don't we want them to make better, wiser decisions, be better than us, make better choices, and make better decisions? Isn't our responsibility to educate our younger people coming up, male and female? Isn't it our responsibility? That's our responsibility. And I'm passionate about the black community, and I keep it 100 on my channel. I've said that time and time again. I've said it time and time again, and I'm not going to sugarcoat anything. I'm not going to sit on up here and act like things are just hunky dory and sweep things under the carpet and I can't do that. I can't pretend. I can't pretend like the black femicide rate. I can't ignore the fact that the black femicide rate is through the roof. I can't ignore that. I cannot ignore it. I got to speak out about it. I can't ignore that. I can't ignore the fact that the domestic violence rate in the black community is on 10. I can't ignore the fact that our children are being abused and unalived in higher numbers as well. I can't ignore them. I'm sorry. I can't ignore those things. I got to speak out about that stuff. And you see it as bitter or bashing, I got to speak out again. I'm a content creator and I have a responsibility to speak out about these things because it's very detrimental to it's very detrimental. I have a responsibility to speak out on the things that's going on in our black communities. And when I do videos, and I do videos addressing women, and when I do, y'all silent. Y'all never say nothing about it. When I do videos addressing the women, y'all never say that I'm bashing black women. It's interesting because when I do videos addressing the women, you never, ever, ever say that I'm bashing black women. Like when I talked about being a baby mama is not a flex. I'm going to do a flip side and say, I'm going to do a video called Being a Baby Daddy is Not a Flex. Now, watch when I do that one. Men are going to come for me and say I'm bashing men. Okay? Being a baby daddy is not a flex. Being a baby mama is not a flex. Okay, we need to be getting married and creating strong families in the black community. And stop allowing our children to grow up in fatherless homes. because it's really detrimental. It's causing a lot of damage in our communities. So being a baby daddy is not a flex, and being a baby mama is not a flex. I did the video being a baby mama is not a flex, but I don't hear not one black man coming on that video say, you're bashing black women. They never, when I do videos addressing the women, they never come on and say that I'm bashing black women. But then when I do a video, I've gotten accused of that from black women a few times. But when I do a video addressing the black men, certain black men that are doing certain things, oh, I'm bashing. I'm bashing black men. I'm putting black men down. No, I'm just speaking the truth of this is what's going on in our community. I've made it very clear that I'm passionate about the black community. I've made videos addressing everybody, the black community. I'm about to do another one addressing the black community as a whole. I've done videos like that. So I'm passionate about the black community. And I think black women and black men need to do better. Both black women, because see, immigrants are taking over. Black people need to start unifying and wising up because the immigrants are taking over. We need to stop this back and forth bashing each other and being against each other and start coming together as a people, because if we don't do that and start unifying, we're already going into a permanent underclass. The immigrants are going to come in and take over, and we're really going to be in a lot of trouble. But that's a whole nother video. So I'm passionate. I just want to clarify. Sorry, this video is a little long, but I just want to clarify that I'm not. And I could say I don't talk about. I talk about so many different topics on my channel. So many different things on my channel, and when I do address the men, and then when I talk about decentering men, I did a clarification men or video on that. And I said that it's good for women to, even if a woman desires a husband, it's good for her to still decenter men so she can make better choices. So she can make better choices. I did a video clarifying that so people wouldn't take that the wrong way. So it's like people are taking things out of context. People are watching my videos and taking them out of context. You know, I want women to be the best they can be. Like I had a female said that I was trying to discourage women from having children. No, I didn't. No, I'm not. Women should be bringing children into the world under the best possible circumstances that you can bring them into the world. That's all I was saying. If you're gonna have them, okay. And I was talking about how a lot of women are opting out of motherhood and the reasons why they're opting out of motherhood. So a lot of things that I talk about is stuff that's trending. You know, I talk about things that are trending, and I basically give my own personal opinions about what's trending. These are the things that women are talking about on Facebook. I mean, YouTube and TikTok. And so I basically coming on here and just giving my 2 cents about it, basically. And that's what a lot of my content is about, you know. And so just not understanding how me speaking the truth about what's going on in the black community, me speaking the truth about what certain men, if it doesn't apply, don't let it fly. About what certain men are doing, and then me trying to educate my sisters on, look, these are the types of men that you need to avoid. You know, You need to avoid these types of men and just trying to school. And like I talk about homosexuals, I'm obviously not talking about all black men, but I'm talking about there are certain men out there that just want to move in on a woman. And I'm not the only woman on here that talks about these things. And so I'm not saying it because I'm bitter or whatever, or I'm trying to bash all men. I'm just saying it because there are men out there that do that. They do these things, and these are the things that women need to avoid. I have a responsibility to educate my sisters, all women, but especially my sisters. I have that responsibility because I am a black female content creator, and I will be doing my sisters a disservice if I didn't come on here and try to educate them on different things. And I am a content creator of a particular age. So I would be doing a disservice if I didn't come on here and try to educate. But anyway, if you made it to the end of this video, thank you. Hit me up in the comments section. Let me know what your thoughts are on that. But just wanted to clarify, you know, wanted to clarify some things and but at the end of the day, I love my people. I love black men. I love black women. I love everybody. Um, I'm not on here to bash anybody. I'm not on here to bash, but I like I said, I speak the truth and I don't sugarcoat anything. I've been accused of bashing white people when I talk about um, racism. Sometimes I'll talk about racism or whatever. Like the video I did about some white men are racist when they get with white or black women. It's the truth. Some of them are. I had white men coming for me in that video. I even had some of them say that I was a racist. So that's what I'm saying. How does speaking the truth equate to me being racist? I've talked about racism, and then I've had white people come on and say you're a racist. No, well they always do that. They always say they don't want black people to talk about racism. They always do that, and so that's what I'm saying. Why is speaking the truth always got to equate to hatred and bitterness? This is what I don't understand. So that's. But hit me up in the comment section. Let me know what your thoughts are. Um, um, hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. Hit the share button. I'll tell you one thing I'm not gonna do. I'm not gonna come on here and it's just because I disagree with somebody. I ain't gonna come on here and just completely put them on blast, just like what was done to me, and bash them and make dog them out, and then encourage other people to do the same thing. I know that I'm not gonna do that. Like that, what was done to me, that was not okay, and it's evil and it's wicked. But anyway, hit that subscribe, like, and share. Um, and hit that notification bell so every time you do a video, I do a video. I'm getting sleepy. You will be notified. And until the next video, you guys stay safe. Peace and love.